Hello and welcome. My name is Alan and we are back with more Know Your Members of Congress for the 119th Congress. Today we are looking at Representative Russ Fulcher, who is the representative for the 1st District of Idaho, which is from the top of the state all the way down the western side to the bottom. So he is a Republican, and before he took office, he was preceded in office by Raul Labrador. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at who Russ Fulcher is as an individual. He was born in Boise, Idaho on March the 9th, 1962. Graduated from Meridian High School in Meridian, Idaho in 1980. Earned a Bachelor of Science from Boise State University in Boise, Idaho in 1984. Earned an MBA from Boise State University in Boise, Idaho in 1988. Has been a businessman, a realtor, member of the Idaho State Senate 2005 to 2014. Unsuccessful candidate for nomination as governor of Idaho in 2014. Delegate of the Republican National Convention 2016. Unsuccessful candidate for nomination as governor of Idaho in 2018. Before being elected as a Republican to the 116th and 3 following Congresses. So he is in his 4th term. Now, let's take a look at what committees he is on. He is on the Committee on Energy and Commerce, of which he's on the Subcommittee on Commerce, Manufacturing, and Trade, of which he is Vice Chairman. The Subcommittee on Communications and Technology, and the Subcommittee on Oversight and Investigations. He's on the Committee on Natural Resources, of which he's on the Subcommittee on Energy and Mineral Resources, and the Subcommittee on Federal Lands. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at his top 5 individual donors and contributors over the last election cycle. At the top, number 1, we have Harris Family LP. And they are apparently part of the Harris Ranch, which also includes Barber Mill Company, based out of Idaho. But yeah, based out of a major ranch company or group, I guess, dealing with a lot of land development. But yeah, altogether they have donated $18,198. And once again, that's the Harris Family LP. Next, at number 2, we have Blue Cross Blue Shield. Full name being the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association. They are a United States-based federation with 33 independent and locally operated Blue Cross Blue Shield Association of companies that provide health insurance to more than 115 million people in the U.S. as of 2022, and was formed in 1982 from the merger of its two namesake organizations. The Blue Cross was founded in 1929 and became the Blue Cross Association in 1960. Blue Shield emerged in 1939 and became the Blue Shield Association in 1948. It's headquartered in Chicago, Illinois. It claims to control access to the Blue Cross and Blue Shield trademarks and names across the U.S. and more than 170 other countries, which it then licenses to the affiliated companies for specific exclusive geographic service areas. It has affiliated plans in all 50 states, Washington, D.C., and Puerto Rico, and licensees offering plans in several foreign countries. It also participates in nationwide health insurance program for employees of the U.S. federal government. Altogether, it has donated $15,000, and once again, that's Blue Cross Blue Shield. Next, at number 3, we have the National Auto Dealers Association. They are an American trade association representing nearly 16,500 franchised new car and truck dealerships, both domestic and foreign, and was established in 1917 and based in Tysons Corners, Virginia. It is the automotive retail industry's primary trade association. It monitors federal legislation and regulation affecting dealerships and publishes forecasts and reports about industry trends. American Truck Dealers, established in 1970 as a division of the National Automobile Dealers Association, representing nearly 1,800 heavy and medium-duty truck dealerships throughout the United States. But altogether, they have donated $15,000, and once again, that's the National Auto Dealers Association. Next, at number 4, we have Berkshire Hathaway, an American multinational conglomerate holding company headquartered in Omaha, Nebraska, that was originally a textile manufacturer and transitioned into a conglomerate starting in 1965 under the management of Chairman and CEO Warren Buffett and Vice Chairman Charlie Munger. Greg Abel has succeeded Buffett as CEO at the beginning of 2026. Buffett personally owns 38.4% of the Class A voting shares of Berkshire Hathaway, representing a 15.1% overall economic interest in the company. It is often compared to an investment fund. Between 1965, when Buffett gained control of the company, and 2023, the company's shareholder returns amounted for a compound annual growth rate, CAGR, of 19.8% to a 10.2% CAGR of the S&P 500. However, in the 10-year span from 2014 through 2023, Berkshire Hathaway produced a CAGR of 11.8% for shareholders compared to a 12% CAGR for the S&P 500. From 1965 to 2023, the stock price had negative performance for only 11 years. In August 2024, Berkshire Hathaway became the 8th U.S. public company and the first non-technology company to be valued at over $1 trillion in the list of public corporations by market capitalization. It is ranked 5th on Fortune 500 rankings of the largest U.S. corporations by total revenue and 9th on the Fortune Global 500. It is It was founded originally in 1839 and headquartered in Omaha, Nebraska. Altogether, it has donated $14,000. And once again, that's Berkshire Hathaway. Finally, in fifth, we have the House Freedom Fund, which is a fund connected to the House Freedom Caucus, who are a congressional caucus consisting of Republican members of the U.S. House of Representatives that is generally considered to be the most conservative bloc in the chamber. It was formed in January 2015 by a group of conservatives and Tea Party movement members with the aim of pushing the Republican leadership to the right. Its first chairman, Jim Jordan, described the caucus as a smaller, more cohesive, more agile, and more active group of conservative representatives. Its current chairman, Andy Harris, is considered by some media to be far-right due to his radical proposals. The caucus is positioned right-wing to far-right on the political spectrum and is substantially linked to the values of national conservatism. The hardline conservative group favors social conservatism and small government originally, along with right-wing populist beliefs such as opposition to immigration reform and has sought dozens of times to repeal the Affordable Care Act, even though they have no real plan to put in place to replace it. Established as a more conservative alternative to the Republican Study Committee, the group initially emphasized fiscal conservatism and concerns about House rules favoring budget cuts and a decentralization of power within the House of Representatives. Known for their strategy of obstructionism and defending false stories like the Planned Parenthood 2015 undercover videos controversy, after the election of Donald Trump, they became what has been described as a more populist and nationalist, but less bound by policy principles organization. They have included some members who are libertarians and support House candidates through its PAC, the House Freedom Fund. According to the January 6th committee, members of the Freedom Caucus were instrumental in helping Donald Trump in his failed attempts to overturn the results of the 2020 United States presidential election. But yeah, altogether, they have donated $13,600. And once again, that's the House Freedom Fund. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the top 5 industry donors and contributors over the last election cycle. At the top, number 1, we have Retired, who altogether have donated $62,767. Next at number 2 is Telecom Services, who altogether have donated $45,250. Next at number 3 is Leadership PACs, who altogether have donated $37,000. Next at number 4 is Real Estate, who altogether have donated $33,516. And in 5th is Republican Conservative Groups, who altogether have donated $32,010. Now let's go ahead and look at all the donors at a glance. Individually, Harris family. Fine. We don't know a whole lot about them, honestly, but they're in his state, so I ain't gonna cry too much. Blue Cross Blue Shield, boo, suck. National Auto Dealers Association, fine. Berkshire Hathaway, ooh. House Freedom Fund, boo, suck. Industry-wise, Retired, great, absolutely wonderful. Telecom Services, okay, good. Leadership PACs, boo, suck. Real Estate, ooh. Republican conservative groups. Boo! Suck! Not the worst I've seen, but not good either. We'll go with a, yeah. Just kind of, no. Not the worst, but no. But this has been a look at Representative Russ Fulcher, who is the representative for the 1st District of Idaho. Anyway, as always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting these sources in the link and sources and links in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.